Hey everybody, welcome to another one of my Sunday sessions for my YouTube channel. I'm going to explain the harmonic breakdown for my last post, which was the beautiful Thelonious Monk waltz Ugly Beauty. I apologize for any confusion for those of you who watched the last post. I was playing the melody on my Zalatel baritone, tuned as a baritone guitar. So when I was telling you I was playing a D half diminished, in reality I was a fourth lower. So I've got one of my silhouettes with concert pitch now, so those of you who want to follow along, it'll be a little easier. So this opening cadence is a deceptive cadence on this tune. It's D half diminished G7, but instead of resolving to a C major, Thelonious moves back up to D half diminished and that down a half step to D flat major. Pretty clever and pretty great. So the melody has a G on top, and I'm using a voicing which could either be F melodic minor, minor major 9. This is the sixth mode of the melodic minor. It could also be a D half diminished with the natural 9. So it's a C triad on top, just C, E, and G, and then an A flat below it. So that could either be F minor major 9 or D half diminished with a natural 9. The melody's moving down there, and I'm either playing a G13 flat 9. I might also grab a D flat in the bass. So there's my D half diminished to my G7. Now the melody does this. So those are both variations on G7. I'm just playing an F flat 7 and a D perfect fifth. And then down a half step, so the melody goes down a half step to a C sharp and back up again. I might also do this. And back to my original F melodic minor voicing is D half diminished. I'm going to play some double stops. So these double stops after the original voicing again of the F melodic minor is D half diminished. I'm playing an A flat and a B flat. And then, so those could all be variations on either D half diminished or G7. So strictly speaking, that could be either a G7 flat 9. That's really more G7 than D half diminished. And this is my D half diminished again, just flat 5 and minor third on top. Here's my D flat major. So what I'm doing here to make this chord sound a little unusual is playing the G open G string with the A flat. That minor second giving me perfect fifth and flat 5 together in the same octave. So that's a bit dissonant, but I like that sound of a minor second inside the chord. You could also, if you'd like something a little more conventional, you could sure play that. The melody's a major 7 on top. Then he's playing another 2-5 back to D flat. So that could be a straight up E flat minor 9, or there's minor major 9. The A flat's on top in both cases. So some variation on A flat 7 could be, or it might be, I might play that. So this is second mode of the melodic minor. So I'm thinking G flat melodic minor with the A in the bass. So that could be an A flat sus with the 13 and the flat 9, or I could play a more conventional. And then the melody does this. So I'm playing just the 5, an A flat, and then I'm playing just a very simple D flat triad, F and D flat. And for this D flat major, this is a stretch that might be a little awkward for you. I've got the major third in the bass, so I've got the F, the A flat, the open G, and the A flat again, and the melody's the 9 on top. If that's a little bit of an awkward stretch, you could also play it this way with the open G string. D flat, A flat, G, sorry. For me, that stretch is one that I like. You'll notice that when I'm playing things rubato, I can create a little more harmonic detail. And sometimes I'll have different versions of a chord melody, something that's a bit simpler if I'm playing it in time, and then a little more harmonic detail with open strings, inner voice movement, chords that are a little bit more stretched with closer intervals if I'm playing it rubato. So here's the opening section once more. This happens twice. Simple and beautiful, huh? So here's the bridge. It's a 2-5-1-2 G flat that does not resolve. A flat minor, D flat 7. It's got the 11 on top. So this A flat minor that I'm playing is tonic 5, minor third with the open B string and 11 on top. simple D flat 13 flat 9. That's the same move that Monk used earlier in the piece for the G7, and now he's playing A flat minor, D flat 7. Now the next section is a B flat 7, which is going to set up. It's 5 of 2. He's resolving back down to the D flat major. So I'm playing a very simple B flat triad with a sharp 9 on top. So it's, sorry. So he's playing the flat 5. What I did to do that, when I moved down after the B flat triad with the sharp 9 on top. And what I've done here that I like that's a little bit unusual, I'm playing a really simple B flat major triad on the bottom 4 strings. Then I've got the open B string is the flat 9, and then the melody is my E. So it's kind of dissonant because you've got the 5 and the flat 5, and the tonic and the flat 5 here, or I should say the 5 and the I've got the perfect 5th and the flat 5, and I've got the tonic and the flat 9. So those intervals by themselves sound pretty dissonant, but when you hear it in the context of the melody, it's because all those consonant notes are below the 2 dissonant notes on top, the E of which is the melody. I think it works. And then it's a 2-5 to D flat. I can do some of the same voicings I used earlier. And then simply resolves. Here's one I like that's an unusual voicing for the D flat. The melody is the tonic on top. So what I've done there is 5, major 7, major 3rd, Lydian, and tonic. So that's kind of a dissonant voicing, but I think it's kind of in keeping with the spirit of Monk. So here's the bridge again: A flat minor 11 with the open B string to D flat 13 flat 9, and now B flat 7 with the sharp 9 on top. Again, the E on top with that major triad and the open B string and the major triad below. Now 2-5 to D flat. I misspoke, and we have one more version we have the last A. I forgot this part of the tune. I apologize. That last little bit into the last A is A flat minor. I'm just playing a minor 11 to a G7 sharp 11. Sorry guys, it's been kind of a long day. We're going to get through this together. So let me play the bridge for you once more. Here's the 2-5-2. And actually, this doesn't resolve, come to think of it. This is an A flat minor 11, very simple, keeping the D flat or the D flat on top for both the A flat minor 11 and the G7 sharp 11. Now we're back to the opening cadence again. Now here's our final 2-5 in D flat. So I'm going to play the whole thing for you, and sorry about a little confusion there. Here it is from the top: D half diminished with a major 2nd or major 9. This is my G13 with the flatted 5th, flatted 9 rather. And that repeats: D half diminished, G13 flat 9, or maybe the flat 5. D half diminished back to my D flat major. Now an actual 2-5 to D flat. Now here's the 2-5-1 that does not resolve: A flat minor D flat 7. I'm playing 13 flat 9. Here the B flat 7 altered with a sharp 9 on top. Now a 2-5 that does not resolve: E flat minor A flat 7. 11 to G7 sharp 11. Opening cadence again. Now an actual 2-5. So there is a slightly confused harmonic breakdown for Thelonious Monk's Ugly Beauty. One of the reasons I like sharing these chord melodies with you is that I hope you'll find some of these voicings might have broader applications in 2-5-1s and other songs. In my experience, the best way to learn new chords is in the context of either your own arrangement or someone else's. And once you've played that arrangement half a dozen times or a dozen times, those new shapes and fingerings and cadences become a part of your vocabulary, and you can extrapolate those out into other tunes, perhaps some of your own chord melodies, comping for people, using those new chord shapes as templates on the neck when you're soloing. So if you enjoyed this video, please share it, and if you would consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, that would be great. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you soon.